And here we are, Friday. Made it to the end of the week. This is what I like to call the second day of this job, or the second working day of this job. There have been 3 days in between day one and day two that are known as the days that cannot be referred to, because there was some little bit of earth moving drama going on, but got over that. It's par for the course. Today, what are we doing today? We've got this wall, so things I've found out in the last 3 days. I can't get over to that side of this dam unless I do a couple of mile hike. We know what happened when I came down the side there, so I'm not trying that again. But today, we've got to get this wall, this side over here, shaped in. And we've got to get it joined up to here. We've got to get this wall keyed in to the ground here. And so what I'm going to do, there's no we in this, it's just me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start there, Sumi, in the starting position. We are going to work our way backwards from here. We're going to work our way round to there, to this narrow bit in the crossing here. We're going to create a bridge across. I'm going to get across on the other side, then I'm going to pull up this bridge, then shape all this back into this wall. And if everything goes correctly today, I should be doing an end piece as I come off this wall this afternoon, which means if I come off this wall this afternoon and get to there, it means that I've got a wall that I've got access to all sides of the dam from. And then we can start working on the bowl, can start forming up the wall, can start getting first compaction on the wall, and then we can get rid of this water in the bottom and get a bit of depth to the dam. So that is the grand plan for today. Let's see how we go. So, end of work day 2. Interesting day. Started with the plan. The plan was to basically start here, grab all this white fill and basically build myself a wall across there, where I can actually get onto that bank and start building the other wall. But it was a good plan, but it had to be altered halfway through the day. Because as I'm taking off this side wall here, I don't know if you can see, but over here there's white clay, and over here there is a topsoil with sand in it. And what happened when I started releasing this line through here, it released a whole lot of subterranean water, which then got onto the white clay. And the worst thing for white clay is water, because it just becomes like glass. It is so slippery. I'm going to get out of the shot here. So what you've got here is, although we're down about a metre, that is just sopping wet. And there is absolutely no compaction possible with this stuff here, which is what I need to get across here, at least temporarily. I need to get some compaction on at least 2 tracks to get myself across there, and then when I get across there, I pull all this up and put that into that wall there. But what happened is, as I was building this wall, there's a spot here that is a very nasty spot. This is the outlet for a spring, and if I just stand here, I will sink. Oh, there's water there. There's what we're dealing with. Get out of the shadow. This is the subterranean water releasing out of the soil, and it's releasing and it's running down my wall. And what happened is, as I was coming back to build this bridge, it was creating a wedge here, and I got bogged in that spot right there, because I couldn't get up because of the wedge that was forming, and as the machine was tracking, it was being forced down and around. And so if I twist my tracks, I was digging the hole deeper. But yeah, it was about 2 hours there where it was not optimal. But we got out. And so where we're at today is we've got the bridge across to here, and I've got compaction. I've got compaction here. I'm fine up here where I've actually created it. Where it's not compact is the entry, and you can see here, I've probably rolled this 10 times and I'm still getting no compaction in there. See, that track depth is just biting in, and that's what causes a bog, when the track just bites in and you've got one track bit in and the other one's just spinning. But so what we're going to do is just push this fill across, and this is giving me compression compaction anyway overnight. So there's a couple of 100 tons of fill sitting on top here, so that should be nice and solid to come across tomorrow. So what I got is basically the fill into this wall. As I'm standing on this wall, it is sopping wet, this fill, still. But it'll dry out with the wind, and then I've only got to push across here, what's that, maybe 4 meters, and then I'll be across, and then I'll basically take out this big area here and bowl it out like that and join it onto the wall there. Once I got out of the bog and finished sort of packing this wall and going as far as I could, it wasn't actually the wall that stopped me to go forward, it was actually getting off the wall up here that was causing a real problem. So rather than being all gung-ho, I decided to just give it a day. We'll start tomorrow and it'll be nice and dry. So what I did after that is to let that dry. There we go, sinking. This is in the main wall at the moment, and my foot is down about a foot. All through here is just, I'll show you where I just went in then, if I can find it somewhere. But this is all, it's good stuff, but it's wet. So what I did for the rest of the day was worked my way back from there, worked my way back here, taking another cut of white clay, which is all this white clay, and layering it up onto the wall. Now this wall's just all bulk at the moment. It's just getting the bulk in position before we start doing serious compaction. But what it is getting at the moment is compression compaction because of all the weight of the fill on top. It's giving me a solid base. I think the spillway, I think it's going to be a single spillway. Just looking at the topography, I think it's going to be easier to access water efficiently around this way. So I think I'm going to make it a looping dam wall that comes around here and then spoons out that way, away from the wall, so we never have the spillway collapsing again. And yes, so tomorrow is Saturday, but I'm 3 days behind on this job at the moment, and so I'll be working Saturday and Sunday because we've got about 8 jobs booked up at the moment, and we need to well, I need to, Mandela's fine, he's going well at the moment, but I need to pull back the 3 days I lost and make sure it does not happen again. But that's where we're at. It doesn't look pretty today because today was just about bulk fill. This surface looks okay, but the wall itself is looking very ragged, but that's how it looks before we get stuck into the compaction. And tomorrow I will key that wall in when I come across. I will make the key in front of the wall, so it'll be a forward facing key. And so that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Friday afternoon. That's the week that was.